Greetings and welcome to the Black Myth Wukong or Collectibles series. In this video we're going to cover all the achievement related collectibles found in Chapter 1. All guides and boss guides that you need are found in the description below. Scenic Seeker achievement. We're starting with the first 3 meditation spots of the game. In the Forest of the Wolves, after the Guard boss fight, follow the way up and look to the right. Here you will find the first meditation spot at the lookout. The second meditation spot can be found in the Bamboo Grove. After the Lingshu Z boss fight, head down the slope and follow the way until you find a huge stone pillar. To the left of that pillar is a cave entrance. Go in and the meditation spot is in the middle of the room. The third meditation spot of the chapter is found in Blackwind Cave. After the white-clad noble boss fight, head into the cave and stick to the left side until you reach a wooden bridge leading onto a balcony. The meditation spot is on your left. Next up we have Brewer's Bounty. We're starting with an awakened wine worm. After the Black Wind King fight, check the left side of the arena to find some barrels. Destroy the golden one for the worm. Next on the list we have a Luogia wine. From the Marsh of the White Mist Shrine, turn around by 180 degrees and go around the stone to the tree with the golden vine. Next up we have the Gull Gem Soak. After saving the Shen Monkey, you will automatically receive the soak. The second soak is the Tender Jade Lotus and can be looted from any Jade Lotus plant while harvesting it. For the Seeds to Sow achievement, we have first the Jade Lotus seed. It can be acquired randomly while harvesting the Jade Lotus plant. The second seed that you can find here is the Gentian seed. It is randomly acquired while harvesting the Gentian plants. Next on the list is the Master of Magic achievement. We're starting off with the Immobilize spell. This spell is rewarded automatically during the Guard boss fight. The second spell you can find in this chapter is Red Tides. It unlocks after defeating Guangxi and retrieving the weapon he drops. Spell number 3 in this chapter is Cloud Step. It is rewarded for defeating the Black Wind King.
Consider today your lucky day.
The next achievement is going to be Fickle Forms. We're going to start off with the Wandering White Spirit. It is rewarded for beating the Wandering White. Be careful, this is highly missable if you defeat Elder Jinchi before killing this boss. It will despawn and only be available again in New Game Plus. This spirit can be retrieved at any shrine after the old man upgraded your gourd. The next spirit you can get is Bo Li Gu Lang. It is rewarded for killing this optional boss in the Bamboo Grove. The third spirit you can find here is Guang Mu. It is acquired after beating the boss Guang Mu. And the fourth spirit of this level is the Wolf Assassin. It is obtainable after killing the Wolf Assassin close to the treasure chest on the way to the mountaintop after defeating the Black Wind King. The next achievement is Mantled with Might. We're starting with the Pilgrim's Armor. This is a 4-piece armor set that is craftable after reaching Guanyin Temple before the Lingshu Z boss fight. The next piece of armor you can receive is the Grey Wolf Mask and is rewarded for defeating the boss Ling Shuzi. The third collectible on this list is the Serpent Scale Armor Set. It is a 3-piece armor set that is craftable after defeating the White-clad Noble. And the last armor item that you can pick up in this chapter is the Bronze Armor Set. This is a 4-piece armor set that is craftable after defeating the secret boss Elder Jinji. For the Staffs and Spears achievement, we start off with the Twin Serpent Staff. This one is craftable after defeating the White-clad Noble. The second weapon on the list is the Long Reef Staff. It is craftable after beating the secret boss Red Long. Continuing with Medicine Meal, we are starting with the Celestial Jade Lotus Pill. This item is found on the altar to your left after beating Ling Shuzi.
Look around. A great pill. The black-winged guai gifted the wolf. Finding it would be a deserving reward for that.
The second pill on the list is the Celestial Taiji Pill. It is found after beating the White-clad Noble. After you beat him, pass through the cave and stick to the left. Follow over the wooden bridge to the balcony and turn left to find the pill on the table. And the last pill for this level is the Celestial Nonary Pill. It is found on the table in front of the shrine on the way up to the final boss of the chapter at the mountaintop. The next achievement is a Curious Collection. The first curious you can find are the Cat's Eye Beads and are rewarded for defeating the Wandering White boss. The second curious you can find here is the Boshan Sensor and is rewarded for beating the Red Long boss. The third item on this list is the Agate Jar. It is looted from the table close to where the Black Wind King was sitting in the cutscene. The last curious on the list for this chapter is the Back Scratcher. It is purchased from any shop in the Chapter 1 area, with the only downside that you have to beat Chapter 1 once and then travel back via the shrines to be able to acquire it. Next achievement is the Treasure Trove. In this chapter you'll be able to find the fireproof mantle. It is looted from the Hanging Wolf upon returning to the third bell after defeating secret boss Elder Jinji. Next achievement on our list is Urge Unfulfilled. You have to find Horse Guai in Chapter 1. After beating Ling Shuzi, you continue on the main path. From the next shrine go onward until you reach a big stone pillar and an enemy. Look to the left here to find a cave entrance. Go in and exhaust all the dialogue with the NPC. You can only continue if he has no further dialogue options. For the Always Accompanied achievement, we have to find the Old Man location in Chapter 1. After reaching the Snake Trail Shrine in the Bamboo Grove area, go up the trail and immediately go right. Exhaust all of his dialogue after the cutscene, then move on.
Fair sight, the road, your heart will go.
To make progress for the Sire and Sons achievement, we have to defeat the Red Long in this chapter. From the outside the forest shrine, take the path to the left and follow it all the way to the waterfall. You can only reach this boss after obtaining the long scales in Chapter 2. Once you have the key item, you can travel back to the first chapter with the shrine and then approach the waterfall. Use the item to make the water disappear and challenge the boss.
For what deed must his head be hung for all to see? For what deed must the waters they govern roam free?
Who are you to trouble?
For what deed must all matters not known how to be? For what deed must mercy happen through woe?
For progress in the Clamor of Frogs achievement, we have to defeat Bar Li Gu Lang. He is found in the Bamboo Grave Snake Trail area. You will end up fighting against 3 Skeletal snakes at the same time. After beating them, continue by rolling through the fence here and dropping down into the pond. Here you will find some croaky enemies as well as the frog boss. Now we have all the journal entries for portraits perfected in this chapter. We are starting with the Wolf Scout and the Wolf Sworn Sword. They're literally the first 2 enemies of the game. Next up we have the Wolf Starward. He's a bit further ahead, found by following the path on the right. After interacting with the first shrine, you will follow the way and beat 2 enemies. One of them is the Wolf Soldier. Next up we have the Croaky. He is encountered in the river in the left part of the area before the Bullguard boss. For the next entry we followed from the Croaky encounter further up the river. Here you will find a Crow Diviner. Beat him to gain the journal entry. Next up we have the Bullguard that is automatically encountered on the main path. For the journal entry for the Wolf Archer, we have to be on the way to Guangxi. Go left here and head up the slope to a bridge. The archer is standing right here. From the last enemy, drop down and then go straight. Turn right here and you can be able to pick up a ginseng. This will turn out to be a Ginsenling. Defeat it to gain the journal entry. From the Ginsenling, we turn around and we go up the slope. Here you will uncover the Bandit Chief. Defeat him for the journal entry. Next on the list is Guangxi. He's found by going straight from the outside the forest shrine until you reach this yard here.
Another monkey, I see.
Wandering White entry can be found close to the main path. From the outside the forest shrine, pass over the bridge and turn right to find him. A wolf sentinel can be encountered on the path to the Guanyin temple. The next entry is Ling Shuzi. He's the boss in Guanyin temple. Defeat him to gain the entry. Next on the list is the Snake Patroller. It is literally the first enemy that you encounter after the first shrine on the Snake Trail in Bamboo Grove. The Skeletal Snake is found directly after the Snake Patroller enemy. Now we have Bali Golang. He's an optional boss in the Bamboo Grove. From the last enemy, go straight through the fence and you will find the boss on the right side of this area. Next up we have the Fungiling. He is found in the area before Guangmu. You will find a lootable fungus on the left side of this area. Attempting to pick it up would trigger this enemy. Defeat him for the entry. Next entry is Guangmu. He's on the main path and thus cannot be missed.
Should my demise come by your hands, please
You will gain the Shen Monkey entry after saving the Shen Monkey from the Snake Patroller. Next on the list is the White-clad Noble. He will unlock after beating the boss. The Wolf Assassin entry can be found commonly in the Blackwind Cave on the way to the Blackwind King boss fight. The Elder Jinchi entry is only obtainable after ringing all the 3 bells and defeating the secret boss of Chapter 1, Elder Jinchi. The next one we have is the Black Wind King. It is a mandatory story boss and thus cannot be missed. Next up we have Black Bear Guai and the Keeper of the Mountain. Both of these entries unlock after defeating the final boss of Chapter 1. Last but not least we have the Red Long. Can only be unlocked if you have the long scales in your inventory. This key item is looted in Chapter 2. You have to beat Chapter 1, find the item in Chapter 2 and then return to the first chapter to challenge the boss.
For what deed must his head be hung for all to see? For what deed must the waters they governed roam free?
Who are you to trouble?
For what deed must all matters not known how to be? For what deed must mercy's hand bring woe upon thee? For what deed?
And this concludes the collectibles in Chapter 1. I really hope that you could find what you were looking for. If the video was helpful, leave a like and subscribe for more collectible guides, and I'll see you in the next one.